All right, guys, straight back with another video. Jade's here.
Hello, everybody.
Now, what we're going to do today is we've started a fresh graph for me to show everybody with you what we're doing. I've got a lot more complicated graphs, which we'll look at sometimes, but we're still working on this one. And what we've done, I'll just review again. We have put in three very clear structures of support and resistance where orders will be placed and price will be stopped or price will accelerate when it goes through. And in our last episode, we discussed buy lines. So these are also all buy lines and sell lines, which we've discussed in the last two episodes. And I'll just show them again for you. So you see, we put in this buy line down here at the start of the bull run, sent it off, and we wicked off it nicely, and we could touch it again later. And this buy line, you see, when we fell under it, price just crashed and went straight down. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to look at our sell line. Jade's dropping her pen. She has to take notes so she was learning. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to fix our sell line a little bit. So you can see I'm not touching everything nicely. It's a little more accurate on my other graphs. I think I just drew it in quickly. So let me see. Try and get all these three candles in here. Now, and what that does is we're going to move this over here. It gives us another space here to put another weekly candle. So I don't think we're going to break out here. We'll probably have another weekly candle here before we break out. Now, while we're in this space, down here to the bottom, this is still possible. We can always wick to the bottom here quite easily. We're going to go in three directions: up, down, or sideways. And we'll just stay in this area probably until we break this line or we break this line with weekly candles now, not with little wicks. I don't think we'll be sending weekly candles down here. That would be a problem. We would be down there for 3 months if we did, quite possibly. So I'd expect us to send a weekly candle up here, especially because this is the breakout, this is the test, then we need to break out again, and we test again, and off we go this week, until the top. So we have another week probably stuck under here. And then this week we will probably, so in 2 weeks, somewhere around the 11th of October, when the week starts, our candle will appear straight over this, or it'll be really teeny tiny and we'll be stuck doing nothing. But as price moves in this kind of space, the market maker has a lot of time to accumulate more Bitcoin. So during an accumulation phase, you want to get more Bitcoin, and you can do that from top to bottom or from bottom to top. But in every little section, you can do it. There isn't really a section over here, but in each little trend. So this will be bouncing between these lines, and even on smaller time frames, smaller lines, and there'll be somebody scalping to a little bit more of Bitcoin and a little bit more, as people think they can buy Bitcoin and send it over this line. But that won't happen, as the market maker is still selling Bitcoin, so price will stay down. So let's see if we can add in some more indicators. Let's see, what can we do today? We've looked at a lot of our indicators. We'll look at the cloud again, because the cloud is always fascinating. Now you see, the cloud is holding us up nicely. And we have this large support here as well. So falling below that, if we fall into the cloud, the next candle might open more in the cloud. I still feel like we'll be pushed above it. So the cloud is holding support very well. And it's also following down along our buy line, which is very interesting. Because remember, it's my assumption that if we fall into the cloud, we can easily fall to the bottom. We'd fall to the bottom and we would have support by our buy line. So we could bounce back up quite nicely. And these outsides of the clouds are also supports. So I feel like when we go up, I'll draw in a line for where we're going. So we'll have a little bit of sideways here. I think we're going to go up, maybe slow down a little bit there, and then go back up again, do a little bit of this, and come back down to here, or we could go to here, or even a little bit further We could be further down if it was earlier. And it could be earlier. Let me see. I think it would be a little bit faster than that, but we'll leave it there. And we will check in on our hull 104 and see that is still above us there nicely. And it is still coming up as these prices are replacing the older ones. So the price is going up a little bit. And I wouldn't be surprised if we got rejected at that later. And finally, we'll check in on the bull market support band. So I'll put this one away and we'll type in the bull market support band. Let's see. Now, so here's the bull market support band. We're sitting perfectly above it. This is exactly what we want to do. We would like a few weeks here, ideally, and we would like to come back and do it a second. And even when we continue further up here, it'll follow us. And I would expect to get one or two more bounces. I'll tell you the bull run has started once we pass 59, 60 area, but it won't be very quick at the start. We will have a couple of times where the market maker is trying to grab a few more coins, and we'll probably come back and test the bull market support band like in previous bull markets, and one or two more times further above. All right, I'll leave that as today's update on where we are. Something else in a little bit. All right, everybody, goodbye. Say goodbye, Jade.
Goodbye, everyone.